The Supreme Court is scheduled to hear on November 2nd a batch of petitions seeking to examine the constitutional validity of the Citizenship Amendment Act or CAA. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde is likely to hear a batch of 143 petitions against the controversial act. The Apex Court has issued notice to the centre on December 18th last year on various pleas against the citizenship law. Some of the petitions filed later have also sought a stay on the operation of the legislation, which came into force on January 10th. The court had on January 22nd made it clear that the operation of CAA will not be stayed and gave the government 4 weeks to respond to the pleas challenging the act. President Ramnath Kovind gave assent to the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 on December 12th, turning it into an act amid huge protests in Assam. The anti-CAA protests, which started in Assam, subsequently spread to different parts of the country, including the capital, New Delhi. Citizenship Amendment Act seeks to grant citizenship to non-Muslim migrants belonging to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Christian, Jain and Parsi communities who came to the country from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan on or before December 31st, 2014. Former Nagaland Chief Minister and leader of opposition T.R. Zilliang said that the centre is working out a formula on the NSCN-IM's demand for a separate flag and constitution. He said this while addressing a by-election rally at Jakhama village in Nagaland. Speaking after meeting Home Minister Amit Shah last week at Delhi, Zilliang said the Home Minister has directed a team of Intelligence Bureau to work out a formula to resolve the issue of a separate flag and constitution. Home Minister Amit Shah has urged the ruling NDPP and opposition NPF to work together at least on the matter of Naga issue to have a final settlement, Zilliang said. He added that the Home Minister has also urged both the leaders to convince the two negotiating groups NSCN-IM and the NNPGs to sit at one table. Zilliang also stated that the opposition and the ruling party are on the same page when it comes to the 7-point resolution adopted on October 15 at the consultative meeting. Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari laid the foundation stones of 9 highway projects in Tripura to be built at over Rs 2,752 crore. The 262-kilometer-long road projects will be instrumental in increasing tourism in trade and will further boost the connectivity in Northeast. It will also improve the lives of people by reducing logistic costs, he said in his tweet. The projects on completion will provide faster and hassle-free interstate and international connectivity to Bangladesh and will be a major stride towards strengthening the tourism sector of the state. The new projects will provide better connectivity, fast and safe movement of traffic to various tourist places, historical places and religious places in the entire state, it added. The projects will reduce travel time and maintenance cost of the vehicles and saving of fuel as well, the statement said. Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha's Kachar area chief Amitesh Chakraborty has refused to withdraw the FIR lodged by him against the Khasi Students Union chief for putting up posters against Bengalis residing in Meghalaya. We will not withdraw the FIR until the KSU president publicly apologizes for putting up such banners and posters, he told reporters. A BJP MLA in Meghalaya had also asked Amitesh Chakraborty to withdraw the FIR lodged by him against the KSU chief. Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha Kachar area chief Amitesh Chakraborty last week lodged an FIR against KSU president Lambokstar Marngar after his organization, the KSU, put up banners and posters at different places of Meghalaya on October 22nd, terming Bengalis in the state as Bangladeshis. Assam's Education and Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma rejected the Congress's proposal to set up a museum at the famous Srimanta Sankardeva Kalakshetra in Guwahati for Muslims of Char Anchal of the state. Sharman Ali Ahmed, a Congress MLA from Bakabar constituency under Barpeta district, who also belongs to the Bengali Muslim community, proposed to the Assam government to establish the museum for the Muslims living in Char Chaporis area of the state. Another Congress leader and Lok Sabha member from Barpeta, Abdul Khalik, strongly supported the proposal and criticized the Bharatiya Janata Party-led government for rejecting the proposal. Sarma said there is no separate identity and culture of the Muslims living in Char Anchal area of Assam as most of the people had migrated from Bangladesh. Therefore, the proposal is rejected, he said. The Mizoram government has decided to impose an 8-day lockdown in the Aizawl Municipal Corporation area in view of rising COVID-19 cases in the state. The government took the decision during a meeting attended by State Health Minister R. Lalthang Liana and Home Minister Pu Lalcham Liana under the leadership of the Chief Minister Zoramthanga. The lockdown in Aizawl Municipal Corporation area began this morning at 4:30 a.m. and will continue till November 3rd, 4:30 a.m. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for news that matters and stories that inspire.